What's going on, everyone? Crusader Actual here again with another Amberlynn Reid video. Today we're going to cover a video back from January of 2020. It's like her "I'm back and I'm scared" video. So classic Amberlynn Reid clickbait title. I guess she took a break for like 2 weeks and then started claiming she didn't know how to do vlogs again and all that stuff, and then just gave a big why she was gone and what she going to do for the 10th time. Probably just repeating the same processes she's done for the past 5 years. So I don't know, let's take a look at the video. I watched about like 5 minutes of it and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a video of this one. So plenty of good stuff to cover from what I've seen so far. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so let's get into the video.
Hey guys, so welcome to a new YouTube video of mine. I don't even know how to vlog anymore, like...
Okay, like oh my god, it's been like 2 weeks maybe since the last video on her channel at the time of this. Like, no, like, whatever.
It's been a hot minute. 2020 has not started the greatest. I got tonsillitis.
Ooh, girl, I'm sorry to inform you, but as we all know in hindsight, 2020 doesn't get any better. Tonsillitis was probably the best part of 2020.
You guys, I have never felt my throat like that before. I've never had tonsillitis before, so I didn't know what was going on.
Do you think she actually went to the doctor for it? I don't think so. I'm sure like Becky or something told her she had it, so she just rolled with that.
Literally just to swallow my saliva, it felt like I was swallowing like glass and nails and...
Okay, well, okay, so like, look, I've had tonsillitis before, and tonsillitis is pretty horrible. I'll sympathize with her there completely, but I don't think it's that bad. It's not quite that dramatic, but it does suck. It does.
And I couldn't talk for the first few days.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. That's a big reason why I wasn't filming, and then eventually I could start talking a little bit, but it felt like there were like balls, like just like two big balls because my tonsils were so small.
When I assume she didn't feel, I mean, I've heard Karina Kaboom make the argument, and I don't know much about YouTube, right? Because I just kind of do this as a side thing. But January is not a good money-making month in YouTube, I guess, and I'm sure Amber just didn't film at that time. I mean, sure, being sick had partially to do with it, but I'm sure that also had a key part in it as well.
In my throat. And if you guys remember when I did the Q&A video, like how I sounded filming that. Hey guys, so welcome to another video.
She sounds bad.
I'm actually sick right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's making my throat. The comments are just like...
That was a weird cut.
Really crazy for me. But sometimes I like to go in there just to see like how are people taking my video, but... This
is so out of place. What? I like how she chose out of her entire last video, she chose specifically that segment talking about how mean the comments are. Why? Are you really trying to emphasize that hard that like people are mean to you? She literally could have taken any other part of that video and just shown how sick. She could have just shown that first 5 seconds instead of drawing out 15 more seconds. What? Whatever, Amber. That's good psychological operations you're doing. So whatever. Good for you.
Rough. And that wasn't even me at my worst. I actually was feeling a lot better at that point. But it was definitely like a rocky road. And I had a lot of like white pockets on my tonsils.
Ugh,
and
gross.
it was just overall really bad. And I got like a horrible cough. And I'm finally better.
Yeah, we know. It sucks.
I no longer have a sore throat. I have no more...
Yes, people have had tonsillitis before. We get it.
...of the white pockets. I can actually swallow and I can talk, and it just feels really good to be better. And I just wanted to say hello. I want to be back. Hello. Hi. I really do miss filming. I foresee what I want to be filming.
Is she just going to go on about how she's not a weight loss channel and we need to stop expecting that? Or maybe she's going to say she is doing weight loss. But I know she likes to make that argument.
I just don't know how to execute it very well. Like, I really want to be filming weight loss.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing for 5 years. That's what's brought you an income.
Journey content. That is like my main focus right now and like what I've been thinking a lot about. But truth is, I'm afraid to. bottom line,
What? What do you mean you're afraid? You've done this for 5 years. You've like regressed in maturity. Like that was fine doing it for 5 years, and now it's 2020. All of a sudden, you're scared to do it.
afraid
What?
to share my journey. And
Why? Because you haven't lost any weight. Like everyone knows that by now. Like
there's
what?
so many different reasons. It's like, I know there's a lot of weight loss channels right now that are out, and I've been watching all of them. Well, majority.
Oh no,
especially,
and they're
like,
losing
well-known
weight.
ones, and I just see a lot of like competing and like comments saying like, oh well, so and so's doing this and so's doing that, so that means you should be doing that. And like, it's just like everyone has their own journey.
Dude, are you serious? Okay, no. So first of all, what? I'm sorry. So she likes to use this argument a lot, right? So like when it comes to weight loss or something she can be criticized about like this, she will constantly use that like, oh well, everyone's different, whatever, it's not a competition. Like I've heard her do it before, except she will absolutely go against that and use basically the opposite of this argument whenever she's caught in like a scandal, as she calls it, or like doing something bad and there's like pushback from the audience. She will absolutely be like, oh well, you know, so and so does this on YouTube and they get away with it, why can't I? Like they're doing it, why can't I do it? Why is it okay for them? And then she'll say like they're skinny or something like that. So that's okay. So this is a hypocritical argument for sure. Whatever, dude.
And I don't want any comparisons upon one another, and everyone goes at their own pace.
And that's the thing too, like like sure, it might not be a competition, but of course with other weight loss channels, if you're doing weight loss and other ones are doing weight loss, like yeah, the audience might compare the two of y'all. But yeah, there's going to be competition, anything. It doesn't matter what your, genre or category is on YouTube. You're going to be compared to other people. And that's with a lot of things in life, right? Like your job, you'll be compared to your peers. If you're working like similar type of job as others around you, you'll be compared amongst them. If you're doing business with, I don't know, 2 different companies, you'll compare like their deals with another, whatever. Like I fully believe, a big part of like, what makes us human and stuff, or not even that, but, a big part of us as human beings, like we like competition. There's always going to be competition. So yeah, I'm sorry, like that's going to be a thing, especially in YouTube. So, you chose to put your life on here, so that's how it's going to be.
Everyone loses weight in their own way, and it's like, that's like one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
Is that, like, people comparing me with other people or vice versa.
It's going to happen.
Like, oh, you only lost 7 pounds this week. What about that person who lost 53 in that week,
Dude, and I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Like, in human nature, like, people are very judgmental, right? Like, as much as we don't want to be and as much as we hate the idea of judging others, like, it absolutely happens. Like, be passing by people on the street and you'll be judged for how tall you are, how big you are, how small you are, all those things. So like that's something you got to get over at a young age. Like realize it's going to happen and move on. Like the fact that she hasn't done that yet and been on YouTube for 5 years specifically pertaining to what she's talking about is pretty crazy.
It's like little things like that. It's like everyone's body does things differently. We all have our own trials and errors. People hate when I say trials and errors. Yeah,
you'll say it anyway. You don't care.
It's just the best way to put it, honestly. Like, everyone has their own ups and downs and their own, road they're on. And I guess another thing I'm afraid of is, like, I tend to overshare. I can overshare, like,
that's
really
an
bad
understatement
when it comes to my weight loss. Like,
no, so it's not just about your weight loss. You do it about all the people around you, like, against their will, too, right?
To the point of like, I no longer am like doing this for myself.
Oh no, you're absolutely doing it for views. Yeah, we know.
I'm just literally doing this.
You don't need to clarify
what I have to say. Like, it's so hard to explain. Like, I did this a lot.
It's not. You're doing it for money. There's nothing hard to explain about this.
Virginia, where I overshared everything. Like, I would film upwards to like 3 videos a day, and I would upload them, and it was just like too much because I feel like.
But so when is it too much, right? That's my question. It's freaking like, you could film all the unflattering things you filmed about Destiny during that era. Whenever she was like bending over, her pants were sliding down the back, you filmed that shit. Like, to me, that's oversharing. That's when it's crossing the line, is when you're like putting others' reputation and shit at stake. Like, sure, if you want to look like an idiot, like, go for it. Like, you overshare all you want. But, like, the fact that you start doing it to your loved ones and stuff like that, that's when I think it's too much.
When I'm sharing my journey, I need to share everything. And if I don't, then it's like, oh, it didn't even happen. Like, have you guys ever seen... Like, it's so funny. Have you guys ever seen the meme where it's like, I only go to the gym so I can post it on Facebook that I went, or like...
Oh, girl. Okay, so I'll give you that one. That pisses me off. It's always do, and that's why I try to like be selective about the gyms I go to be around a little more serious crowd. Which there's nothing wrong with that. If you're new to lifting and stuff, that's great. I'm happy when people are in the gym. But it's frustrating whenever you see people like, you'll see it after New Year's all the time, but people coming to the gym and they're just constantly in front of the mirror taking pictures of themselves, and it's like, that's cool, like, I'm glad you're proud to be here, but also, like, I don't know, to me that's not what it's about. Like, sure, like, for what I do, that's very hypocritical to say since I bodybuild, so it's like I pretty much work out to look good, but there is a different aspect of it. You know, it keeps me strong and in shape and stuff like that, but sure, I mean, there's always an egotistical side to everything, and I know a lot of people go to the gym for that reason, but it is funny to see those people that have to post about it all the time.
I have to post it on like Twitter that I went to the gym or else it didn't happen, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Kind of feels like that, like where I have to share my journey. I have to show that I'm eating healthy. I have to show that I'm walking.
But she chose to do this, right? Like this, she chose to do it.
And I can walk for upwards of 10 minutes without stopping. I have to show that I'm losing weight every single day. I have to show this, I have to show that, I have to show this. And it's like, I don't want that like crazy mind frame. I don't want to...
Does anyone actually use the term mind frame? I know she likes to use it. I've never heard other people use it.
To feel like I have to share every single ounce of this, because then it stops being a part of me and instead is just like another YouTube video that I have to film. And I think that's why I'm so successful right now, is because I stopped sharing so much of my weight loss journey online. And it's like, what?
But so I'm confused, and maybe I'm just stupid, which is there's a very high chance of that. I do have a degree from Texas, so that's not good. She shares this stuff willingly all the time, and she shares more what it's like the train wreck type stuff now. I keep doing quotes a lot. Is that like my new thing for this? She freaking shares all the mukbangs. Oh, God, mukbangs. I'm not calling it mukbangs. She shares all the mukbangs and all that stuff. Like, so you just want to be a train wreck and like shove food in your mouth on YouTube and not talk about your weight loss? Okay.
What I have done and how I've been
That's what I'm
doing
getting
it
out of this.
and how much I have lost, I am so like amazed. I really am. And it's like, for some people it's gonna be like, oh my God, Amberlynn, I cannot believe you did this, like that's so amazing and I'm so proud of you. But there's gonna be a large chunk of people, mainly because...
Well, you don't need other people to say they're proud of you. You tell us all the time how proud of yourself you are, so you don't need us.
Like, they love to get a rise out of me, but there's gonna be a large chunk of people who are like, that's not good enough. That is triggering for some people.
Okay, well, you're just being kind of weak then. Like, yeah, people are going to criticize anything you do. Like, yeah, sorry, get over it.
You know, telling people, oh, you look a lot bigger when they're down a bunch of weight, or...
Well, that's kind of a dick move.
Oh, you shouldn't be eating freaking strawberries because there's sugar in them. Like...
Well, that's just a stupid opinion.
Those type of things a lot of people don't realize is very damaging to people.
It is if you let it be damaging, but like... I don't know. If someone told me don't eat strawberries because there's sugar in them, for one, I would call them an idiot. Like, it's not high fructose corn syrup we're talking about here. But also, too, I'd just, like, move on. Be like, sure, like, that's your opinion. I disagree.
People who are on a weight loss journey, who do have, very bad food relationships. And it's just like, I don't want to see things like that. And it's like, I know I'm going to. And I have to, like, process that in my brain that,
Then get off YouTube, dude. Get off YouTube. Like, if you can't handle it, be done with it. Like, you make your income very... Compared to what a lot of people have to do to make the money that you make, like, you should be blessed. And, like, you should feel blessed, rather, excuse me. The fact that you're complaining about mean comments, that's, like, gonna happen. You're on the internet. People say whatever they want from behind a TV, computer screen. Like me, look at me, I'm wearing a helmet and I'm hiding and behind a freaking computer screen saying my opinion. Like, people are gonna do that, right? So you just gotta get over it.
I'm forever gonna see those comments, and I'm forever gonna be
maybe not
compared,
forever, but you know,
I'm forever not gonna be held, like, I'm held to like a certain standard for some reason, even though you guys know.
Well, that standard's extremely low if you're held to one.
Oh, I've been on YouTube for over 6 years, and I've done nothing but gain over 200 pounds. So it's like, why am I held to such a crazy standard when you guys know?
Because you come out and make excuses about it all the time. What do you mean? Like, you set the standard for yourself. You know what you're doing is wrong and not right, and you want to fix it. If you just probably came out and you're like, hey, this is what I accept. I'm no longer trying to lose weight. This is what I'm happy doing. Then, like, whatever. Who's to say anything different? But it's the fact that you keep coming out, making excuses, and justifying what's going on and how you're going to make it better. I think that's where a lot of people's issue is with this.
I have no standard at all. Like, I think that's the part that's like the craziest to me. So it's like,
and like, I've been to therapy before, right? And I think this is how I would always know that, like, she's never probably actually been to therapy or taken it seriously. Because a lot of these things like this, like your moral compass, like what standards you have for yourself, things like that, those are things that I've done. And I feel like that's pretty generic for most therapy sessions, depending on what you're going for, of course. And I'm no, like, guru, so I could be completely speaking out of line, but this is just from my personal experience.
I don't want to, like, say how much I've lost. I don't want to, like, hint towards it. Like, I'm not trying to, like, bait you guys in. A lot of people say I'm, like, gaslighting. Like, literally,
well, I mean,
none
you
of
have.
that is strictly because I am scared. I am so scared to open up again. And it's almost like, this is the best way I can explain it. Like, I'm very, like, into, like, metaphors.
My
I
God.
use them a lot in my day-to-day life to explain, like, how I feel.
You can't see my face, but I rolled really fucking hard there.
The best way to explain it is, like, when I first started YouTube, I didn't have a wall up at all. I shared my journey. I shared everything about it.
Yeah, put Crystal and everyone that didn't want to be on camera. Yeah, we get it.
Overshared. And
Yep.
I showed everything. My weigh-ins, my struggles, my this, my that, the food I ate, grocery hauls, like, all of it. How many calories I was eating. Like, I showed everything. I showed the overeating. I showed the bad food. I showed the good food. Like, there was nothing I didn't show. And I had no wall up.
I literally just yawned. Fuck.
Eventually,
boring.
Instead of a wall, I started, like, a couple years later, I, like, had a window in between me, my journey.
Dude, I can't get over her shirt. Like, is that how the shirt's supposed to... Is that how it's supposed to be? Like, am I stupid? It just looks like the neck was pulled. I don't know. It looks like that, but it could just be the design of the shirt.
And YouTube, you know, and I stopped sharing as much. And long story short, I'm at the point where I have put this huge brick wall up in between me and my journey and you guys.
We know in hindsight that's not true at all.
And it's all because of fear. I have talked about this a lot lately.
Dude, I can't roll my eyes any harder.
Every single video, it's fear. And I am scared, and I do not want people to be like, you didn't do good enough. And you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that.
What? You haven't...
It's gonna mess with me. But I have to keep, like, telling myself, it's gonna happen.
Then do it.
To, you know,
why are you making this video?
Conquer that, you know, a hump in this journey. People are always going to criticize. No matter how good you do, no matter how bad you do, people are going to criticize you. And
yeah, you said that like 4 times.
Of how many people are watching me strictly because they want to see me lose weight.
Yeah,
There's also a lot of people who watch me because they want to see me gain weight. And I've mentioned that before.
I just don't think that's as true as she says it is. Like, sure, there are probably some people that are into that kind of thing. But I think for the majority, like, no one wants to see her, like, put her body in jeopardy, right? I genuinely believe a lot of people don't actually want that. I don't actually want that. So I think most people probably want her to lose weight.
And people are like, that's not true. I've literally seen the comments. I get the private messages on Instagram. I have seen the tweets in the past. I have seen these things. There are people who want me to be over 6 pounds. They want
Over 6 pounds, huh?
me to be over 600 pounds.
Cool.
They have said it themselves, and they have said far worse things. But
again, like this, you've been on YouTube for 5. I'm sorry, I'm probably pissing y'all off. I'm saying the same shit too, like she
there's
is.
a lot of people who watch me who are also big. There are people who are my size. There are people who are literally only 20 pounds overweight, and they want to see me lose weight to inspire them to lose weight. And it's like, I want to show you guys.
I mean, I agree with that.
I really do. And I guess this is my way of saying, like, I'm back. I'm going to talk more about my weight loss. I don't really know where the line is between, like, oversharing versus, like...
Oh, we know you at this point, girl. There's no fucking line.
Not oversharing at this point, because I've always just been, like, an oversharer, even in my real life. And I know that I said that I might do Wednesday weigh-ins. I don't want to do that. Like I said, I don't want to promise anything or
yeah, it's way too much effort for her to stick to a schedule,
like set a schedule or
in her busy day,
or do this and do that. I just don't. I don't want to have to be like, okay, every Wednesday I have to be down a certain amount of weight, because if I'm not, then I'm gonna get tons of backlash on YouTube. And then
you don't have to be a certain weight. You just need to show forward progress, right? Like, I think that's all people really care about.
It's gonna put me in a negative headspace, and then I'm gonna want to overeat, and like this whole, it's like a vicious, like, just, it's gross.
And if YouTube is this much of an issue for you, and it drives you to do these negative things to yourself, then what? I get you have to make money. Like, I 100% get it. I really do. But really, like, go work at Walmart. You're there all the time, right? I'm sure they'd love to have you. You're like their biggest fan.
It's really gross, and
probably be a little more easier on you mentally. I
know a lot of people, which you're probably thinking right now, I know you are, a lot of people are like, well, it's a good way to be accountable. The thing is, I'm accountable within myself.
Oh, no, nuh-uh.
And that's what's been working this time.
No, it has not. That has clearly not worked. What?
I don't want
to fill
my journey for accountable reasons. I don't want to be showing what I eat for accountable reasons.
Dude, whatever. So I don't know when she posted the video, but like you literally ask for us, like the audience, all the time, like, oh, should I keep posting stuff on YouTube? Like, you simp for the audience constantly. So you want to be held accountable by the audience. You look for their fucking approval all the time. So to say that you don't need the audience for accountability is a blatant lie.
I don't want to show my weight for accountable reasons. I want to show my journey to share it. Accountability, I don't need it. I have my own.
Dude, everyone needs accountability. I'm in bodybuilding. I'm pretty disciplined and can get up on my own and fucking train hard, you know, most days out of the week, do my cardio and all that stuff. But I still have people hold me accountable if I'm not. Like, why do you think I hire a coach too? Like, they make sure I'm sticking to a plan, doing what I need to do to be successful. That's good to have.
Accountability. I
couldn't do it on my own. I don't know all the ins and outs, right? Like, I get weak too sometimes.
I have become so obsessed. I don't even know if that's the right word.
No.
I'm pressuring myself. I am pressuring my own self that I don't need other people's pressure. I don't need other people's accountability. I don't need any of it. I want to show the weigh-ins, to share my journey, to have it for memories, to show other people that you can do it too. I don't want advice. I don't want accountability. I don't want other people's opinions. Like, I don't care about any of that. I mean, of course, like,
this is all a fucking lie.
But it's not about that. And I know a lot of people do weigh-in Wednesdays for accountability, but it's like, I have that within myself, and I've never had that before.
How? Is that how you've gained 200 pounds over the course of 4 or 5 years? Really?
Or I have never wanted this so badly to where I was...
and we know it still didn't change. Like, fast forwarding now to 2022 at the time of this video, like, what? That we know that's a damn lie.
Able to finally be like, I'm my own support. I'm my own weight loss buddy. I don't need other people. And it's like, I always thought that I needed this, like, person on my side to support me and to hold me accountable. It's like when
Dude,
you
I'm irate
rip
right now.
away everything and you're like, I need to do this before I die. You don't sit there and you don't wait for the accountability buddy. You don't wait for the weight loss buddy. You don't wait for any of that. You do it within yourself, and you become your own best friend. You become your own exercise buddy. You do this all within yourself. And I think that's what's been so great for me, is because I don't have any of that. Like, I do have support, obviously. Like, everyone in my life, whenever I'm down.
Oh my God. This is just like annoying. Like,
you know, a little bit more weight. People are so proud of me, and it's because these people have seen me. They've seen me struggle because they've been here.
and then you've gotten worse. The support you have isn't that good, obviously, because they watch you binge eat and they're just like, whatever. Like, I'm surprised. Like, you have to be happy with yourself and do things for yourself. And you have to control yourself to a certain degree. You're talking about not relying on the audience to keep you accountable, but then you're talking about these other people who I assume you're talking about the people you live with and like Becky and shit like that. But they don't help you in this case either. So you have to actually be good at accountability for yourself in order to get any better, because you can't trust them. And then a lot of the audience wants to help. Like, I swear they genuinely do. Like, oh my God.
And they're supportive, and
yeah, are they supportive when you go binge 100 fucking... Oh my God, I can't even talk right now. I'm so upset. Are they supportive when y'all constantly go... When you drive 2 hours to fucking Cheesecake Factory and eat 4,000 calories? Like, I don't know. If I was a friend in that case, freaking... For one, I wouldn't want to drive that fucking far for subpar food, so that's one right there. That's a good enough reason right there not to go. Like, what are you going to do? You're not going to drive there yourself. You can't even drive. These people drive you to the restaurants to go eat.
They're very supportive.
Oh my God.
And I'm very grateful for that. But it's like, I don't need a supporter. I don't need that no more. And it's been...
Oh, and the bad grammar.
Just like, it's almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because the way I think about losing weight now versus how I used to is like so different. And
I can't even say anything.
Like with my meal plan and like just the way that I eat and stuff, obviously like a lot of people aren't gonna agree with it. And
yeah, because it hasn't worked. Nothing has changed.
I totally understand that, and I totally get that, you know. But this has been so helpful to me, the way that I've been eating. And it's like I never feel super deprived. Obviously, at the end of the night, I am starving, because I do eat within like lately it's been like a 6-hour window, so I do get really hungry. But it's just like eating small meals throughout the day doesn't work for me, because it actually makes me it makes me hungrier. But I don't know, it's just been like, it's been a journey, you guys. And you know, I'm not down 100 pounds. I wish I can come on here and
just up 100
say
pounds.
that and be like, yeah, I'm down 100 pounds. But even if I'm down 10, which I'm down more than 10, but it's like, even if I'm down 10, you know,
no, that's a lie.
It was 10 pounds that I didn't need anymore, you know. But
girl, you got like 400 pounds you don't need anymore.
So I just want to say that I'm back. To those of you who think my videos are boring, which I have seen that quite a lot lately, I'm sorry. I was really sick with tonsillitis. Literally could barely move. I was in my bed for straight up like 11 days straight. Couldn't function. It was bad.
Yeah, poor Becky probably to do everything for you.
I don't wish that upon anyone. And that was the first time I ever got it. And it hopefully it's the last. So if you've made it this far, thank you for continuing watching me ramble.
Yeah, thanks for letting me get pissed.
I just see the future of my channel for a little bit, just talking more about, you know, my weight and the things going on with that. It's going to be sit down videos. It's going to be, you know, weigh-ins here and there. It's going to be, hey, this is what I'm eating today. There might be mukbangs thrown in there. And the word mukbang or mukbang or whatever you want to call it is so like vile on people's tongues when it comes to me, which I understand. I get that. But
No,
it's
you
like,
don't
I
understand.
enjoy eating in front of the camera. If there is a meal that I'm already going to eat and I'm like, hey, let's film, I might just film myself eating it. You know, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. That's totally fine. I will try to
But she knows it gets views, so she's gonna do it. People are gonna watch it.
vlog more. It's just I haven't really been doing much of anything.
You haven't for like the last 4 years, dude.
I've been just trying to heal and just, you know. So it's just, you know, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But yeah, this is just another video of me literally rambling. It's the 4th one of this year. You guys are probably like, I'm so over this.
Yeah, but I've just seen one.
Just me saying I'm back.
Dude,
I'm not sure how many videos per week I'm gonna be filming or anything like that. This is just my way of saying, hey, I'm better. I love you guys. Thanks for being like super sweet. I've gotten so many messages that people are like, oh my god, I miss you. Come back. You know.
I wonder if people actually send her messages like that.
So I appreciate that, but
or if that's
I'm not
lot.
sure what else to say. There will be more of me coming up. But anyways, I'm done rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
My god, dude. Holy shit. That was so painful. Alright, guys. That's it for the video. I feel like I'm just constantly in this position after watching one of Amber's videos. It's very rare. I never watch like any of her full-length videos because I always just go by the reaction channels or the compilation channels to get an idea of like what kind of stuff, like episodes of hers I want to watch. But yeah, sorry I got fired up in that one. That one actually really made me upset. I have a big issue with people like unable to take accountability for themselves and just dance around issues and make stupid excuses. So that one really pissed me off, but hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. More Amberlynn Reid content to come. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see ya.